ever get to that stage of the morning, like 11:45, and you haven't had anything to eat yet and you've got that headache going on, I'm there. But I've decided to make some tom kha pla. I love saying that. Tom kha pla. And I've got all the ingredients. Thai fish coconut soup. So I'm just boiling some water. I'm gonna make a big batch because the boys might eat some tonight. I've got down here some galangal, some coriander roots, some lemon, some chilies, green and red, and I'm about to chop up some spring onions. That's gonna be my lunch. Can't wait. Gotta add the ingredients slowly. Doesn't take long to cook. I'm gonna chop these up fine. I've also got some chili oil. I'll put in some homemade chili oil. I've never used it because it smells a bit different to what I expected. It doesn't smell bad, but I think I've left the cinnamon in too long. I'll show you that now. Once I cut this, be patient. Crying out loud, just be patient. All right, it's coming. All right, here it is. That's it. And it's got everything in it. It's got cardamom pods in it. It's got cinnamon. It's got something else in it too. I can't remember. All right, my water's boiling, so I'm going to start putting these things in. I'm going to keep some of this stuff for later as garnish. I love that word, garnish. Would you like to garnish? I've also got King Island mushrooms. Just garnish away there, will you guys? Okay, so now I'll go for the mushrooms. King Island mushrooms are fantastic. I love them. Look at those little buggers. Fish. Oh, I have some blue-eyed cod. That's what some people call me, a rock cod. Don't cross-pollinate meat and vegetables. Cut the meat on a different board. So a little bit of sugar, they say. Tom kha pla. Remember being in Thailand. And Koh Samui is a little island, you know. I don't need to tell you about it. When I first went there, I hated it. I love the way I say hated it. Because I went there and I stayed on the main beach area of Koh Samui, and it was just full of backpackers. I was in a good hotel, but it was shit because there was German businessmen and their wives, and they would get up in the morning, they would reserve a deck chair, and that was it for the day. You couldn't move, you couldn't get on the beach. It was shit. So I spent 12 days there, and then fish oil. Put the mushies in first. So I'll show you what I got. So I spent 12 days there. The beaches were horrible. What about you want? By what? By watch? You want massage? It was like, oh fuck, I came away from Sydney just to get away from all of this and have a relaxing holiday, and it was a far removed relaxing holiday. Fish in. Look at that knife, isn't that a killer knife? That was a birthday present from Robbie. So in the last 3 days, I hired a car and I went to the south of the island where I found this sign that said Best Thai Food, Vogue magazine. I thought, all right, well, I'll go down and have a look at that. And I went down and had something to eat, and the food was fantastic. Proper Thai food. So I even went back there the next day, struck up a conversation with the owner. It was called Lam Set Inn, was the name of the place. And we got talking, and he would have been about 50 or something back then. He was an English guy. He made his money by buying vintage guitars in the Midwest of America, just driving around and finding guitars and buying off these people. And so he married a Thai girl, and they bought this banana plantation, and that's where they built the hotel. I went back the following year and stayed in a little thatched cottage hut, and it was just fantastic. It was like right on the water, right on the beach. I think the most people I ever saw on that beach was 4. I would go there, I'd wake up in the morning, do meditation and yoga, and then go and have something to eat, and then come back and read and do more meditation and yoga, and then go and fall in the water, and then go back and read, and then more meditation and yoga. It was just, and I had a guitar with me, so I'd do some playing. It was amazing time. I'm just going to taste this. Salt is what you really need. So I went back there a couple of years in a row, and it was just beautiful until it closed down. And apparently it's a rat-infested mess now. But his website's still up, Lam Set Inn. Such a great joint. I'm cooking Thai food. There's my Thailand story. Right, so everything by taste. Definitely needs more fish sauce. Garnish, 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 garnish. Oh, that's gonna be good. Okay, I'm gonna go with the lemon. It's a really simple dish, this. Tom kha pla. Tom Pla Kha. I don't know which way they say it. I'm gonna use my guitar spoon from Corinne. All right, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So bits of fish, bits of galangal, chilies. I wish we had smell-o-vision. Oh, that's rubbish. Oh, that's just complete rubbish. I can't believe how lucky I am with cooking. That's almost perfect. If you have a flavor in your mind, you just go for it. Something that you've tasted before, you just kind of keep adding or subtracting stuff till you match it up. Is that possible? It's kind of like what I do with music. It's basically the same thing. You know, I hear something, I can hear the chords. I know what the chords are, so it's like I hear the flavors. You know, that's the interesting thing about cooking and music is it does have flavor. Like each chord has a flavor, whether it be a happy sound or a sad sound or a flowery sound or dark sound. So it's you go for those flavors, whether it be music or cooking. Here it is without the chili oil. Now I'm just going to put some garnish on. It's going to look like that. Now I'm going to try the chili oil. Alright, so I hope that chili oil works. It's kind of touch and go for me, but it looks pretty good, doesn't it? Alright, I'm going to eat it now and I'll let you know how it goes. Bye.